We're here with the godfather of Mavericks Surf, the one and only Mr. Jeff Clark, Bob Pearson, Hunter Murison, Brian Augenstein, Kalani Latanzi, Bianca Valenti. OneTakeMedia.com reporting live, the San Benito House in Half Moon Bay, California. Another outstanding season of Mavericks Surf is in the books. Tonight we are here celebrating the top performers, biggest waves. The stars are out in Half Moon Bay, Emilio. Let's do this. We're gonna try not to get in too much trouble here. That's the goal. Yeah, get after it. If Chris Cuvelier says go, we go, Emilio. We go. Bob, I was asking you about the mustache earlier. Do you have any advice to someone who's aspiring to grow a stash that outstanding?
You know, I was born with this, so
that's facts.
I thought I'd keep it.
You hold it down on the west side in Santa Cruz. The Mel clan is holding it down on the east side. Is there a sneaky rivalry there, even though the two of you, I'm sure, are
Mel's.
Sneaky rivalry though, potentially?
Chasing Mavericks, Peter Mel rode one of my boards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're shaping boards, last question here, do you shape them specifically for different breaks and specific surfers? Like what's that process look like? If someone's doing something custom.
For specific breaks.
Yeah.
And for specific people, everybody surfs different. Everybody has different weights and desires, and so depending upon who they are, you design the board specifically for them.
As probably the best surfer here, me. How would you? What type of board do you think you would shape for me if I'm going out and surfing Mavericks?
I'd have to ask you a lot of questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, we can start if you'd like.
Yeah.
What do you weigh?
About 195.
How many times have you been out there?
Working on number one.
All right. That tells me a lot.
Jeff, we were talking a little bit earlier about how it wasn't necessarily the biggest year at Mavericks, but a lot of the wave quality, if you were willing to look in the right places, was still pretty high. What's your take out there?
Anytime Mavericks actually breaks, it's going to throw you some challenges. And this year, while it wasn't the biggest year, it threw some really nice nuggets, and people got some very special rides.
Yeah. A lot of outstanding nominees here. Male and female performer of the year. Any predictions from an insider? We're not going to tell you when, I promise, but who do you think? Who do you like out there as far as chances are concerned?
Okay. The winner of the big wave was, and the performer of the year was.
Well, they're announcing it soon, aren't they?
And then ride of the year was, and.
In October, you gave me a surf lesson. Of all the surf lessons you've ever given, that was probably the most memorable, and I'm probably the best surfer that you ever taught. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. The best surfer I've ever taught in a suit.
I don't take more of your time. Thanks, Jeff. You're the man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Best friends, quesadilla.
Thank you.
All right. Some people do tequila shots. We did a best friend quesadilla shot. Your thoughts overall?
Quesadilla shots, well melted cheese, perfectly roasted outside, browned perfectly.
San Benito House does a great job with the quesadillas. We're here for Mavericks. You got out there a handful of times this year. What makes Mavericks a different break than some of the other breaks that you surf, even whether it's in NorCal, SoCal, or global?
So Mavericks is actually literally perfection, so you can depend on that. It's literally dialed, so if all of the things are lined up, you are getting wave. The question is if you can get in the spot.
Yeah.
You got to learn the spot. You got to know the people. You got to kind of pace yourself so you don't wreck yourself, right?
Yeah.
But the magical thing is, it feels like where I am meant to be when there is a swell.
Right.
And what makes it happen is the inviting community.
Right.
That is actually, you think like, okay.
We're seeing it here firsthand tonight. It's pretty damn cool.
Big wave people kind of have a reputation for being kind of like aggro and aggressive or whatever, but we're out in an element that balances the equation.
Right.
So we're actually all kind of on a pretty balanced.
On the same team.
Yeah, we're on the same team.
That's actually interesting. I never even thought of that, because a lot of smaller breaks is like people are kind of competing with each other, but like the bigger one, it's like, let's just make sure everyone's like good here. No one is getting into too much danger, making sure that people are taken care of out there.
Exactly. So big waves keep the ego in check.
Right.
It keeps passive aggression out of the cards.
Right.
And it keeps people humble so that we're actually like surfing for real.
That's
and not
cool.
just
I never
being
even thought of that. That's
eggy. So that's the magic, is on a big day, I know it feels right. I'm meant to be there.
Yeah.
And the people that are there, I have mutual respect with, and I have a lot of fun surfing with them.
haven't announced the winners yet. Nominee for biggest wave and male performer of the year.
Correct, yeah.
What do you think of your chances out there as far as winning? Could be both, could be one. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just honored to be a part of this community in town.
You want to win a little bit. Come on now. Give me something.
Yeah, it'd be nice to win. I mean, have a little bragging rights on the boys, but
For sure.
no worries.
So you can tell Tommy Tsunami about it at his surf camp that you're way better than him, yeah?
Oh, man.
So Luca was the performer of the year last year, right? Luca Padua, for all the kids at home. And he's been huge on the training and the regimens and what have you. Have you emulated any of his work going into 2023 and beyond?
100%. Getting in the pool is like key to any big wave surfing or anything like holding your breath. So putting yourself in the element itself is always key. So yeah, 100%, yeah.
Craziest story from being out at Mavericks? Maybe like your first time out there, what that experience was like, or maybe your gnarliest wipeout?
Yeah, probably gnarliest wipeout, just feeling like featherweight in the lip, going over the falls and getting smoked, like absolutely obliterated, like every limb going in every direction. I'm sure everyone that's wiped out at Mavericks can contest to what I'm saying, but yeah, just the power out there is incredible, and yeah.
So you had an awesome year this year. What do you see for yourself going forward into 2024 and beyond?
Yeah, trying to get barreled on the left, and that's the ultimate goal. Yeah.
I believe in you, Hunter. You got it, man.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
No worries.
Just trying to get Cuvelier on that. Can't get Cuvelier. He's big dogging us all night. It's all right. He invites us here. He says, "Hey, Dan, come out, do some interviews." Can't even get it for 1 minute. But it's all right. It's all right, Cuvelier. It's cool.
But are you about to tell me that I didn't respond to it?
You didn't respond. You filming this? This is me. 3/11/23. Hi, Ewan. Love your shark content. I wanted to reach out
you didn't.
and connect on a slightly
No, you didn't.
I literally emailed you this. We covered Sharktoberfest, and our Sharktoberfest reels are pretty damn good. Thank you for being here, Shark. I am in your territory.
I'm so sorry.
No, dude, it's fine, dude.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. What are some of the sharks that you're focused on right now out in the bay in the
bay, I wish more than we have, but we have. White sharks. White sharks is what I'm super passionate about, and that I've kind of dedicated my life to showing off to the world.
What's that process like when you're actually going out and making content? Is it like, I'm sure you have to be super patient, but at the same time it's like you know the spots?
We not so much actually, because where we used to go, this place called Guadalupe Islands, furthest most westerly point in Mexico you can go, 120 miles off of the Baja coast. It's an old volcanic volcano, old extinct volcano, but it's got a massive seal colony that lives there. So the biggest white sharks in the world show up there. We have super clear water, massive animals, fish, dinosaurs. It's literally Jurassic Park.
Emilio, after Sharktoberfest, if you recall correctly, I think I said we're going to do shark content. This could be the sign that we're getting into the shark game. Sharks have feelings too. Is that fair to say, Ewan?
1,000,000%.
Sharks have feelings too.
I've watched them have feelings.
Once you are shown the path, then you have to decide for yourself, do I have the mindset for this? And do I have the equipment that will let me do it?
Let's give it up for Kilani, everybody.
I'm surfing these big waves.
Love that.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ryan Augustine. Well done.
I don't know if you had any inklings when people were oohing and ahhing when your wave was live. Was that the moment when you knew you were going to be the winner, when you heard the reactions of the people?
Yeah, it felt good hearing the reaction of the people. I didn't want to count my chickens before they hatched or whatever, but yeah.
You're a Santa Cruz guy. How would you compare Mavericks to surfing some of the bigger breaks down in Santa Cruz? It's obviously like 1 in a million style break, but how would you compare it as far as like your training is concerned, and what prepares you for it?
I'd compare Mavericks to the other waves in Santa Cruz. Real similar, the water temperature, the reef, but just times 10. So yeah, they're real similar, but just bigger.
Yeah. There are rumors that you said you're already going to come back and win it again in 2024. Can you confirm these rumors?
I'm going to try, yeah. Yeah, I like that rumor.
I want to hear about your training regimen, because it's so different than being on a board out there. body surfing, like what's the training regimen like versus what a lot of the other surfers that you are doing focus on?
So the main training is to be healthy and going on the water, like body surfing, eating good, resting, and I do some training outside too, like a personal training.
Right.
But the main training for me is like to be on the water, swimming, body surfing. That's the main thing.
You talked about it a little bit earlier, but how would you compare some of the big breaks, the Jaws and the Nazaries of the world, to Mavericks? Are there similarities, differences, and which is your favorite? You keep it on the down low, which is your favorite, but I think it might be Mavericks.
Mavericks is amazing. It's awesome. Like maybe my top 2. The only thing is not like really like nice is the water. It's cold, man. It's so cold. So the technique you kind of glide on the wave, and you gotta use your back. Your back gonna slide on the wave. So you kind of use like this.
Like this.
Yeah.
How's my technique here? I got.
There you go.
Yeah. And then the wave is coming like this, right? So I'm like.
You're going that way.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. I'm basically a world-class body surfer now, Emilio. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Back-to-back Triple Crown champion. I kind of made up the name Triple Crown, but does it ever get old? I mean, you won it all last year, you won it all this year. Does it ever get old?
It doesn't get old. You can call it a hat trick, you can call it a Triple Crown, whatever you want to call it. I'm the champ!
Back-to-back champ, baby. Let's go, Bianca. As someone who's really a trailblazer out there, what inspires you? Like, what was the first thing that you said at one point in your life when you were like, I'm just going to go out and surf Mavericks?
The wave, the challenge, and it's the wave and just, wondering if you can do that. Like, wondering, do I have what it takes?
Yeah.
Can I do this?
Right.
Showing up and
You've
giving it.
You've clearly shown that you can.
Yeah.
I guess what advice would you give to people who are like looking to take that next step and get out at a massive break like a Mavericks or a Jaws or a Nazare that need a little bit of a push?
It takes a lot of little wins to
Right.
create a big one.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of little victories to create a big win.
Yep. Yep.
So just keep going. It's bit by bit.
Right.
Bit by bit.
Right.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Whoa, that's facts. We talked about it a little bit in the award ceremony, but like the camaraderie and the mentorship between you and some of the younger female competitors. What's that line between giving them all the tricks of the trade, but still saying at the end of the day, hey, I'm your competitor. I want to get out there and kick your butt.
What's that line? I mean, yeah, just don't take everyone's advice.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say, yeah.
We'll take it. Bianca Valenti, Queen of Mavericks right here. Queen of Mavericks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Chris, you've been big timing me all night. Was that a purposeful decision on your end?
No, sorry, my fans are a little bit crazy over here.
Cuvelier has so many fans, it's unbelievable. Mr. Cuvelier, it's been awesome to cover this event. Where do you see this going 5 years from now? It's been a lot of growth in the last 3 years, right? 5 years, 10 years. I mean, the wave is just going to get bigger and bigger. More people get more attention. What's the vision?
It's super simple. We're here to celebrate Mavericks and do this for the community. So I think the model is very sustainable. It's something we can do long term. As long as waves keep coming, photographers keep filming it, and we can throw parties, it's going to work. And so we're super stoked. Jeff and I are super proud of everything.
It's an incredible community vibe. I mean, as someone who kind of just crashed the party in October and kind of crashed the party again here tonight, even though we did talk earlier this week, it's awesome. So congrats to you and the whole Mavericks community here. So way to go, man. Way to go. Nailed it.
Thank you. Dude, it's been fun.
After we talked earlier in the week, you kind of got in my head a little bit. I was a little bit rattled.
Oh, I didn't want to get in your head.
You rattled me a little bit.
No.
Rattled me on like my style.
Show up your suit and do your thing. Like,
rattled me on my style. You were like, yeah, you might want to tone it down some of your style.
No. All I was saying is just don't make anybody feel stupid.
Rattled me.
Oh no, dude! I didn't mean to do that.
Rattled me bad. It's all right. Cool. No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
No, you be you, boo.
Okay.
You do you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate that. All right, Emilio, that's a wrap for the Mavericks Surf Festival 2023. Another incredible season in the books. Shout out to my boy Cuvelier for big timing me the whole night. Congrats to all the winners out there. We'll see you next October. We'll see you on the waves. I'm kind of working here, so it's just
Just find a big beach break, when there's a big swell, go out there, get pounded, get worked, and just repeat that like 50 times.
There are rumors of some interesting happenings at the all-knowing orb of Half Moon Bay. Do you happen to be an insider of some of those happenings, and can you confirm any of the rumors that are going on at the orb?
You know, I'm a Pacifican native, and I have no idea what's going on.
That's what I thought he'd say. That's what I thought he'd say, Emilio. All right, my friend.